I'm very delighted to be sharing my views with you on sustainability. The concept of sustainability, though, is very broad. Uh, I'm going to narrow it down to sustainability of energy needs and the energy production and energy usage in India. So our energy requirements of human civilization will keep on growing with our evolution. And to fulfill this gap, the world has already accepted and adopted its production from unlimited renewable sources such as sun and wind. A lot of innovations are happening, and the researchers' biggest bet is artificial nuclear fusion as the biggest source of energy production. Nuclear fusion has kept our sun burning for billions of years, and this is the safest and most powerful method of clean energy production. However, it will take several more decades of research in this direction. The large amount of energy produced also needs to be stored for using it at optimal time. Here, the batteries play a very important role. Many different types of batteries are available for energy storage, like lead acid, lithium ion, nickel cadmium, etc. But the cost of these energy storage devices is very, very high. And due to this, the prohibitive cost of storing energy, a sustainable model of clean energy production and utilization is yet to evolve globally. Let's take the example of electric vehicles. EVs are growing in popularity worldwide as they are cleaner, more efficient, and even fun. But their growth, however, is still considered just a market problem. Unless we understand the use case, limitations, and opportunities, we may risk the ambitious targets to remain aspirational. Consumers are value conscious, and that is why they love diesel cars, despite their higher selling price and more pollution compared to petrol cars. CNG became the next best option to diesel, but its availability is limited only to a few cities in India, which hindered the wider adoption. The cost of running an EV depends on electricity prices, which may vary in different geographies. Let's say, take India as an example, and domestic electricity cost at approximately Rs7 per unit of kilowatt hour of power, then the cost of running the car is only about 1.2 per kilometer. This saves consumers a lot of running cost, so it makes sense to buy EVs. The catch is the cost of running and the cost of buying. EV, it's very expensive primarily because of the batteries. The idea of a clean environment is great. For wide-scale adoption of EVs, a lot of factors need to be understood. Mostly, it is acceptable fact now that battery swapping stations is the best solution, wherein consumer does not have to wait for charging the batteries. They can swap their exhausted battery with a fully charged one on the go. But there is more to think about. The power grid is also a key stakeholder in the ecosystem. Not only where, but when are the batteries being charged is a big question. The worst case scenario is that all batteries will be plugged in after sunset, once they are put to rest after use throughout the day. Then at the same time, the grid's demand is also at peak. So it will be very difficult to provide energy for charging of batteries in the evening at a low cost. The cost may increase, and there could be different models of paying the bill of electricity depending on how much usage is happening and how much load can be provided by the grid. If it is done in the right way, the EVs and the power grid can have enormous synergy. Battery energy storage system can help bridge the gap in demand and supply timings. The battery swapping stations, which will be charging the batteries almost 24 hours every day, can install solar panels and also the batteries to charge EVs at the time of grid failure. The prohibitive upfront cost of batteries in EVs and battery energy storage systems seems to be the biggest villain, isn't it? This was realized in recent years, and a lot of large investment firms came forward to provide batteries on open model in the Western countries. You must be aware that there are a lot of RESCO companies, renewable energy service companies, which have been formed in Europe as well as in the US, who are providing energy solutions on a subscription model. That kind of energy as a service is yet to evolve in India. But looking at the understanding and understanding the need of the hour in India, we at Tesla Power USA have introduced the PaaS model in India. We call it Power as a Service. which will eventually become energy as a service. We are offering batteries, chargers, battery energy storage system on a leasing model to eliminate this villain of high capex from the scheme of things. EV companies, renewable energy companies like solar or wind energy, telecom infrastructure companies, banks, data centers, or whoever needs energy storage and batteries can opt for this OPEX model, wherein they have to pay on a monthly lease rent instead of spending high amount on capex. The capital expenditure for all these batteries will be done by Tesla Power, and the batteries will be maintained, monitored, and replaced at our cost. The user can withdraw the electricity from the batteries as and when required. We hope that this model will be really helpful in creating a sustainable clean energy ecosystem in India. Thank you.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.